and welcome to BNN. I'm your anchor, Jacob Harvey, and this is my co-anchor, Derek Carson. So Derek, what's the art class creating?
Well, they're working on some art.
That's pretty redundant. They work on art all the time. Are they working on anything special?
Not really.
Well, I think Lalo has something else to say about that. What do you guys say about it, Lalo?
Thank you, Jacob, and I'm here with Mr. Judge.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And what are you doing in class?
Well, right now, Art 1, we're working on one-point perspective. They're working on their finals, which are dealing with houses and cities, how we see them in a typical day-to-day, everyday, average, normal, how our eyes and brains perceive that information. For painting class, we're dealing with a monochromatic painting, which deals with mono for one and chroma for color. So they're dealing with tints and shades of color. Subject matter is kind of realism things. So it could be apples, could be a bicycle, could be skateboard, who knows what the students are going to choose. And in pottery, we've got a whole slew of options to work with. We've got a lot of hand-built stuff, we've got wheel-thrown stuff. We're starting to work on glazes, which deals with the color, seal things up.
Okay. That sounds fun.
There aren't too many days that aren't quite enjoyable, full of learning, full of kind of figuring out things, and maybe the way you wouldn't normally necessarily have to figure things out for some of the other classes.
Are you doing anything special?
Right now, we are gearing up for our Youth Art Month, which will start kicking off here at the end of the month. Here, month of March is Youth Art Month, and we'll have a whole bunch of the district's art students' work on display at the Fisher Art Center.
That sounds really exciting.
It's a big, exciting time. We have a nice big opening. That way, students can come show off their works of items that are on display.
Well, thank you for your time, and back to you, Jake and Derek.
You bet.
Thank you, Lalo. And now on to our next topic, the spring sports sign-up.
Well, there's not a lot of sign-ups. Softball is the only one, and that's on February 17th. Other than that, girls soccer will be having open gym at Lenahan every Saturday.
But that's not all. We also have some rewards to give out.
That's right, Jacob. Our swimming coaching staff and Blair Van Stalding will be getting an award.
Our coaching staff for the swimming are all getting the Coaching Staff of the Year awards, and Blair is getting the Athlete of the Year awards. Now to continue with sports is Nathan. Keep the sports ball rolling, Nathan.
Thank you, Jacob. The overall finish for the girls' swim was 27th. In the 200 free, Spach Pinachan finished 17th, and in the 500 free, he finished 18th. In the 500 free, Blair Van Stalding finished 14th. In the 200 free relay, Dan Lilthy, Devin Carlin, Jack Green, and Blair Van Stalding finished 16th. In the 400 free relay, Dan Lilthy, Devin Carlin, Blair Van Stalding, and Spach Pinachan finished 16th. For state wrestling, Josh Edel and Ben Rebick are going. Back to you, Jake and Derek.
Thank you, Nathan. And now for a show choir update. That's all we got for you this week. We'll see you next week for another installment of BNN. And remember to live the Bobcat dream.